Let's assume for a second that you are on board with leading your people to become disciples who make disciples. Let's talk about how we get started. There are a couple different ways you could potentially start this training process. Now, we've seen success in all three of these paths. It really just depends on what you, as the leader, feel is best for your church. Option number one is to do an open invitation, come one, come all strategy, and invite anyone from your church who wants to learn how to become disciples who make disciples. The pro of this option is that you potentially can get a lot of people to go through the trainings all at once. And mobilizing a lot of disciple makers at once would be awesome. The con is that you really have to emphasize the high challenge aspect of the trainings when you do it this way to make sure that people are truly bought into the vision. If people see this as a low bar for entry because of the wide nature of the invitation, you may have people flake out and not complete the process. A second option is to handpick key leaders to run the trainings as a pilot group. If you are looking to establish the culture of disciple making in your church long term, then inviting some sharp leaders to go through the trainings with the idea that they would be instrumental in building this culture long term into your church can be a great strategy. The upside of this option is that you get to handpick the people in your congregation that you know would be excited about reaching the lost, and you can get a really sharp group of people. The downside is that this type of culture change takes time, and you might miss some people in your congregation that are passionate about disciple making, but you simply don't know that they're on fire for the mission. But if you are wanting long-term implementation, this is a great option. The last option is to incorporate the trainings into your current group structure. For example, if you have a bunch of small groups or home groups, community groups, growth groups, whatever you call it, then you can plan an initiative where you run all of those groups through the trainings in their groups. The pro to this option is that the groups already have a relational connection and an established meeting time that hopefully makes it easier for groups to have long-term success. The downside is that it can potentially become just another group study that a group goes through in the life of their small group, but nothing cements into their lifestyles over time. The other difficulty with this option is that unless you have a strong group leader culture, you may not be able to have hands on the process directly to monitor its success. So the three options are come one, come all, invite only pilot group, and group training process. Once you pick a path, promote it. We've filmed videos to help in that process. Set some dates, and then go for it. If you hit a hurdle along the way or have any questions or can't pick a path, we would love to help you discern through that process. Reach out, we're here to help.